How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be reviewing Season 2, Episode 16 of The Flash, Trajectory. Spoilers for the episode. If you've not seen it, go watch the episode and come back here. So The Flash is finally back after a month break, and we get a solid return. Not the best return ever, but it was enough to kind of get us back in the groove, and big things should be happening next week. So we start off, Barry's kind of trying to get his speed. He needs to be faster because he can't save everyone. He couldn't save Jay. He's kind of going back to the whole thing, I'm blaming myself thing. But he tries to jump over the thing. It's a funny line from Cisco, and he's like, I told him, no, everyone said don't bring the drones, but I brought them anyways. It wasn't the exact line, but it was something along those lines. Again, funny moment, which leads into the other funny moment where they all go out to the club, and Cisco's just ripping up the dance floor. I love seeing that. It was just a funny, amusing moment. And they also brought Wells' daughter along, and there you kind of saw a little hint of flirtation between Wally West and Wells' daughter Jessie. So we got that. That was a great scene. It was fun. A little bit of a hint also to Barry and Iris being married. That they're talking about it right up front. Like you'd think it would be a little bit more awkward, but yeah, they're just talking about it like it's nothing, no big deal. But a speedster comes, steals everything. The Flash is starting to get blamed for it, and we find out. Or first of all, we go to Mercury Labs because Caitlin's like, well, we made the Velocity 9, and I talked to this person. We didn't see it all. Not that I can recall, at Mercury Labs. So we go there, Caitlin and Joe, and my out loud WTF moment was when they're questioning her, and she's, you know it's her, obviously, because we saw it was a girl speedster, and if you put two and two together. But we know it's her, and they're asking her, like, no, like, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you mind if we look around? He's like, or she's like, you can look around if you want to. And Joe's like, no, we're fine. You're an FBI agent, Joe. Like, what are you doing? You look around just in case. You don't just take her word for it. You look, you double check things, you follow up on leads, just to rule that out as a suspect. Joe, you're smarter than this. That was my biggest negative. There's also a good scene though afterwards with her just kind of going crazy, you know, hearing the voices in her head. I liked the way it was done. I liked the way it was shot. It was very uncomfortable. Lots of low angle shots, lots of quick cuts and sketchy camera work. I liked how that was all done and put together. But she basically wants to go find some more Velocity 9. She breaks into Star Labs, locks up Barry and holds Jesse hostage. And Harrison Wells, which kind of leads into the whole Jesse storyline, he'll do anything to protect his daughter, which I totally understand. But then near the end of the episode, I'll skip that right now, when she's in the hospital because she gets injected with the Velocity 9, she starts seizuring out on the floor, and she's in the hospital, and basically Harrison Wells, and they're like, I do anything to save you, and she's like, you can't just keep doing these bad things and just using me as your excuse to do them. Like, I can't be part of it. So I understand her reasoning, and I understand why she left, and I liked her kind of as a character, but again, we only saw her for a couple episodes, so I'm not like, oh, she's gone. I'll live without her. And we have the great end fight scene where all of a sudden Barry manages to jump the bridge. For those of you, if you live in the Vancouver area, you know that is not a bridge really. It's just an overpass. Not really a spoiler alert. Sorry to break the illusion. But then she injects herself again with Velocity 9. Barry tries to talk her down. She does it anyways, and she turns all blue. She goes like full zoom and disintegrates into thin air. I don't know if she's like alive or dead, or if she went into time traveled like Barry did, but her clothes were left behind. So I don't know. Now before we get to the big end cliffhanger, one thing I forgot to mention was whole Iris's subplot with her trying to stand up for the Flash in the press, and her boss basically assigns her to you gotta do this, you gotta print the story, you gotta write this. And then I thought Iris was like, oh, she's kind of like flirting with him to try to get him to ease up on the case, basically, to say the Flash is innocent. And it turns out he's trying to hit on her, but I don't know the ethics maybe in the workplace, but as far as I know, he's editor-in-chief. I saw the sign, and he's trying to hit on his employee. I don't know the workings, but I just thought that was a little odd that the editor-in-chief is hitting on the employee. It'd be different if they were both journalists, just like on even par, but he's her boss, so it was strange. I was like, what are you doing, dude? Like, ethics, come on, man. But anyways, we get to the end cliffhanger, and Cisco's been vibing the whole episode. He'd been seeing Jay Garrick whenever he would get near the helmet, and we find out 100% they know Jay Garrick is indeed Zoom. So I'm looking forward to seeing that all resolved. Or not say resolved, but them dealing with that issue and what's up with that next episode. I'm still not too sure if it has to play in with Hunter Zolomon angle with his doppelganger, because he said he's in two places at one. That's what they're speculating, but it seemed like he was carrying the dead body. So I'm curious to see exactly how that plays out. But anyways, solid episode. I'm really looking forward to the next episode. It was a great setup episode. I'm glad the Flash is back. So again, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos each and every week. That is it, and I will talk to you all later.